Tele recently got upgraded and wanted to share with you guys. It sounds sweet. Now there are three things we're going to do in this video. I'll tell you why I got this guitar inexpensive, the upgrades that I did, and of course put this guitar through hell. We're going to attempt playing a David Gilmour solo, to be more precise from Time, on this guitar, because that solo requires the guitar to be in pristine condition because of the bends. The nut has to be well cut, the tuning machines has to be perfect, the pickups has to be perfect, everything has to be perfect about the guitar. I'm no David Gilmour, but let's see how the guitar holds up. Now before we get into that, the video might get copyrighted because of the solo, but anyways, this channel is not monetized and I'm no professional, so really doesn't matter. The thing is, all of the things that you see in this channel, none of them is sponsored or no freebies or anything of that sort. I bought this guitar over a year ago. It's my own money which I spent. The upgrade is all my own spending. The channel is not monetized, so the only way you can support the channel is by hitting that like button to motivate us and that subscribe button to make the channel popular. So with that out of the way, why I got this guitar. The thing is, I do have quite a few guitars and this is my cheapest instrument in the collection. I got this during the lockdown because it was on a sale on one of the online sites at a very, very good discount. So I thought my son, Shiv, would pick up electric guitar and I bought it. And anyways, I did not have a Tele in my collection, so I just wanted to see how the Tele feels. And of course, I always knew that Tele is a mod machine, so wanted to try my hand, upgrading and modding the guitar. So that was the motivation. So I got it at a deep discount, and when I received the guitar, it was definitely playable. It did surprise me in terms of the playability and the quality of the build for the money paid. But obviously the lopside is, it didn't sound something that I would track with or play, jam with or gig with or anything of that sort. So it was nothing phenomenal, but the neck felt amazing. I loved the unfinished neck. And the reason I chose the Affinity Tele, if I can switch this off, the reason I went in for the Affinity Tele and not the Classic Vibe or any of the other models is because this is a top loader. And I'm a big Jimmy Page fan. And Page always played his Dragon Tele on a top loading fashion. He never used the string through. So I wanted a top loader. So I got this guitar and decided to mod it out. In terms of the upgrades, if you've seen my earlier video on when I opened up the guitar and with everything ready to go, I was talking about upgrading the pickups, the nut, the tuning machines, the pots, and of course the switch. I could have upgraded the jack, that means I just kept the wood and I know everything else is changed. That was the idea. But the final upgrade which you're seeing here did not go through much. In fact, I changed the pickup. I got a Tex-Mex set, again very inexpensive. I was in two minds, and I was doing a piecemeal upgrade. All the upgrades did not happen together. I wanted to see what each upgrade did to the guitar. So that was the idea. So the first upgrade was the pickup. So there was a drastic improvement, but it still lacked something. The nut and the tuners, I changed my mind, after playing it for a while, because I found that the nut, despite of it being plastic, was really well cut. And the tuning machines, I heard a lot of complaints online regarding, the Squier Teles or the Squier guitars in general do not hold the tune. I don't know. I mean, maybe I got a good piece, so it just holds the tuning fine. And you will see that when I'm playing the solo. The David Gilmour solos are not the easiest on the tuning heads, so you'll see how the guitar is holding up, when I'm playing the solo. So I decided not to change the nut. not to change the tuners, keep it as it is at this point in time. And even if I'm planning to change, I'll change the tuners first because the nut is beautifully cut. The next magic, or rather what made me stop all further upgrades, was actually the switch. This guitar came with one of Cortex PCB switches, which did the job. I mean, I could switch and other things. I don't know, I'm no expert, but I got one of those Tele super switches, again very inexpensive, which are not PCB but straight solder, and it's the old school way. The moment I put in that switch, the guitar came alive. I checked the ports. These are proper audio taper ports, though these are small alpha, penny like ones, the small ones, not a no, it's not a CTR port or anything fancy, but it does the job well. I put a multimeter. I checked after upgrading the pickups and the switch. I turned the knobs around. It was working perfectly fine, and at the full position, the reading which the pickup is supposed to give on the multimeter matched to the dot. So I did not do anything to the pots. So the moment the switch came through, it was just amazing. The whole guitar came alive. It bends beautifully. The unfinished neck is great. And overall, I have started playing this guitar more and more, and it feels great in the hand. And the tone and the note clarity is something which I would compare with my my Fender Strat, or even my PRS AC. Obviously, I'm not going to compare that to my Gibsons because maybe it's not that league, or it's just a mindset. I don't know. The comparable is basically the Fender Strat, and the note clarity is there. Does it cut through the mix? Yes, it does. Does it play the type of music I play, which is blues and classic rock? It does the job great. So overall, very happy with the guitar. Now let's get on to the solo. And again, guys, thanks for checking in. If you have any queries on the upgrades, I'm very happy to answer each and every question. And we have built a small community around the channel where there are guys, especially beginners, who ask a lot of questions, and I make sure we answer all the queries to the best of our ability. Obviously, there are limitations there. But if you have any queries regarding this upgrade, I'm very happy to help. So shoot and hit that subscribe button. So let's hit that solo and see how it sounds. One last thing, that the pickup which I upgraded, I need to still make one small change, and you'll see that in the solo. When I switch from the bridge to the neck is a little more hotter than the bridge, which is a very small problem. I'm a little lazy again to open up the scratch plate, and because the screws for the tele pickups are inside, I need to lower this pickup slightly. And in the solo, when I'm playing, obviously you're gonna see that when I move to the neck, you'll see a small jump in the volume. That's because the height of this pickup is slightly high. Thank you.